We are nearly approaching the end of the mid-game. Our next dungeon will be a House of Sacred Remains. This dungeon, you have to be very careful on how you invest your gems. You're going to use almost all of your diamonds, all of your rubies, and all of your sapphire. Let's get started. The first hallway, you have to be very mindful on the double skeleton spawn. Get through near door, activate the flame boot, then use double sapphire against them. You need this flame boot for skeleton archer setup. If they are too far away, then wait for the double skeletons to spawn, then use double sapphire. Kill this archer with flame boot, then kill the last two skeletons with double sapphire. Deactivate your flame boot whenever you can. So, you see this button room? You don't have to walk near to it, you can only double jump from it. Hold forward while jumping, and then use the double jump after delay. 1, 2. That's it. That's how you're gonna do it. You're going to repeat the process 2 more times. This button is very important for us to progress after all. In this room, you're going to face 2 waves of zombie. It will be spawned 3 of each. Equip your red orb for spiral axe, and then use it. Use it twice, and then switch into a green orb. So this is 1. It hit all of them. And that's 2. The reason why I didn't throw it quickly is so I could make sure that I'm aligned properly. This room, 1 ruby, will finish everything off. You don't need to wait on anything, just immediately throw 1. For this room, you have to be very careful. If you align yourself properly once again, the moment you finish this room, you can immediately high speed edge to the door. And this will be the last point where you're going to use sapphire. 1 ruby will do the trick in this room. Cool cutscene, by the way. Some optimal movement here, after you jump once and then high speed edge. I used the whip so I could cancel the animation quickly. You don't have to worry about getting hit here. This is the second button of the dungeon. 1, 2. This room you only need to use 2 ruby to clear everything, but you have to make sure that you have waited for the skeleton waves to be fully spawned. And this is one of the main reasons why we picked up heart capacity max up, because of this dungeon alone. In fact, starting from this dungeon and onward, the map will just keep getting bigger, you know? Now we're going to come across why we have picked up the yellow key. This door. If you get through this door, you get a relic called Black Bishop. Black Bishop pretty much boosts your overall damage. So you know what that means. Faster boss kills. Once you get it, make sure that you equip it. At that point, Flame Boot pretty much served the purpose. And this is the last button. 1, 2. Right now we have 4 diamonds left. I forgot to high speed edge here after the jump, but I just went safe. Because I didn't want to get hit by this mini flames, floor of lava or whatsoever. On the next hallway, you're going to be very careful on that armor knight. High speed hedge him immediately, otherwise he's going to knock you back. Immediately equip red orb so you could kill some of the zombies with your spiral axe. At least 2 of them. If you did that, you can clear the rest of the room with double ruby. This platform is a bit tricky. Your first jump has to be raw, and then your second jump has to be moving a little bit forward. This dungeon is very tight and strict, so you have to be very careful on your movement and your gem management. You're going to use double ruby here, but there is some sort of change of event. We're going to see DragonDarch footage on how this room can actually be done without Rosario being dropped. So that's 1. And that's 2. Dark waited a bit because of those skeleton bastards. Make sure you activate the Black Bishop. Throw a Wind Axe as you equip the Purple Orb. And then kill the Visagos with Triangle combo, that's it. Go back to your high speed edge or green orb. Be very careful here, do not jump until this point, because if you jump or do anything funny without walking, your character will fall down. Now for this, before you reach into the boss, make sure you use your second last diamond, equip Purple Orb, and then roll Turquoise for Holy Water. Pray for that. This is the most common place where my run dies for the most part, unfortunately. You enter the room, activate the Black Bishop, and this is the position where you need to stand before spamming Crossblazer 3 times. Use a Crossblazer 3 times to finish it off. You reactivate the Black Bishop as soon as you reach the last 2 eyes. However, something I'd like to note here, those enemies who are spawning, soulless, they are one of the main source of screw-ups in this fight. Luckily, one of them spawned right next to the eye, so it doesn't screw up my setup at all. Once you finish them off, use diamond to recover your mana and hearts, select red orb to make holy water go roaring flames. Unfortunately, my fight did not go well, but we're going to go through his patterns. If you're lucky, dragon will appear one of the holes where it does not hit you. This move makes the dragon charge around the room in circular pattern. This is what I meant by soulless. They can just annoy you and screw up your 1 cycle combo. This is my least favorite pattern, or everyone's least favorite pattern, because the dragon will stick its head out of a hole and breathe fire about half of the room. It will swing its head from side to side to cover even more area with it. If you can, it is possible to maintain your combo even if you get hit, but the timing is pretty tight. Overall, I prefer and advise to wait it out and just pray for this pattern to not appear at all. And that's it for the patterns. Let's take a look on how this fight can be done by watching DragonDarch's footage, especially with the interesting movement when Solus tries to screw you up. Obviously make sure that you use a diamond. When it started appearing, roll around to unlock the double roll whenever you can. And then what he did here, that he waited a bit to see what Dragon does. Hopefully not a bad pattern and such. And then activate Black V Shot, start doing DPS. Roaring Flame, triple triangle. Roaring Flame, triple triangle. You notice how DragonDarch started to move around and dance around in circular pattern? It's because he wanted to distract Soulless, so they won't be able to reach him. And don't forget to use your turquoise to roll back for Axe again, as you equip Green Orb. And that's it for this part. On the next part we're going to conclude the mid game